And joining me now are two very illustrious folks in our community leaders, Samantha Vance with Ladies Learning to Lead and former Mayor John Marks.
With the Jane and John Marks Foundation.
Wonderful.
That's why I'm here.
And
in conjunction with Ladies Learning to Lead.
You guys have teamed up. So
Yes.
let's talk more about your foundation teaming up with L3 and what you guys are doing. What's the reason for this teaming up?
Well, I'm sure you know about L3, so
Absolutely.
you know everything, and everybody else knows about L3.
Right.
Well, the Jane and John Marks Foundation, we were founded in 2013 with the idea in mind we will bring technology, STEM-related activities
Right.
to the community, those individuals that we consider to be not underserved, but underexposed. We don't like to use the term underserved because that kind of marginalizes people. So we have been doing this throughout the community for the last, I guess, since 2013 with a group. We teach coding to individuals. And we have just recently added, it's not only STEM, it's STEAM now. Science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
And Audra loves that.
Arts and math. And so we try and incorporate all of that in our curriculum, if you will, with the Jane and John Marks Foundation. Founded, quite frankly, by myself and my son in 2013 to address issues in, as I indicated before, in those communities that have not been exposed to technology, STEM or STEAM related activities.
Right. And why is this foundation important to L3? Obviously, I know why, but why don't you tell our viewers, why is that so important?
Well, as we all know, that there is an issue with women in STEM.
Right.
And that issue is there's not enough.
Not enough.
So we need more women in STEM, and the way to do that is to raise up our girls, starting with middle school and high school, and getting them exposed to those STEM fields so that they can then go and be those women who change the world in STEM. Right now, there's a demand for STEM, and they have the tools. The Jane and John Marks Foundation has the tools to provide Ladies Learning to Lead to help these girls learn more about the STEM field. So we figured it was a great union, for us to come together, a great partnership where they're able to provide the technology access, and we're able to provide not only the leadership skills for these girls, but to introduce them to those various STEM fields and STEAM.
You have something in your hand you need to tell them about.
I was just going to ask.
What
I
is
didn't want
that?
to look down. I thought maybe you're holding your cell phone, but that didn't make sense to me. So yeah, let's talk about this.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said cell phone, because this is what we call a Raspberry Pi. And this is what
a what?
It's a Raspberry Pi.
Raspberry Pi. Okay, that's not what I think of.
Like something you eat, but this is something you code with.
Okay.
And it's about the size of a cell phone. And actually the newer one, this is an older one, but the newer ones are about half the size of a cell phone. And what we do with these is we actually teach the girls how to code with them.
And by code, you mean what?
Learning the language of computers, learning the language of technology.
So it could be HTML.
It could be anything.
But why is this so important to your program?
Well, it teaches kids, teaches individuals, anybody, how to code. And that's a very important thing. That is a language that's a computer language. That's fundamentally computer language.
Right.
But it does more than that. We use this Pi to do that. And the beauty of the Pi is that this thing costs maybe $50.
Right.
And fully loaded, it may be $100.
Sure.
And what the foundation has done, the foundation in our coding academies, if you want to call them that, what we have done, we buy these things, buy about 50 or 100 of these things, and then we teach the kids how to code. Then we give it to them, and they can take it home.
Oh wow.
And they can use it, and they then know how to use it for various things. They can make doorbells. They can make what are those things flying in the air? Drones. They can make drones. You can do almost anything with this. It's an amazing game. Those video games. You can do video games, almost anything with this particular item. And that's why we're using it, because it is compact, it is cheap, and it is really amazing.
Well, $50 isn't cheap, especially for the number of girls that you have going through the program. So that's an amazing donation.
And what I love about it is that it's compact.
Right.
So, as you know, us women love to keep things in our purses.
We do.
So the girls can actually put it in their purse and hook it up to a monitor and a keyboard.
That was my next
and
question.
code it anywhere.
Okay.
So what we did in our program was we not only taught them how to code with this, We taught them how to hook it up themselves.
Right.
We taught them how to build a website.
Right.
So we worked on entrepreneurship. We worked on leadership in the sense of how do you put yourself out there with branding? How do you network? How do you market yourself? And so that was what we covered in that program. And with that, they were able to build their own websites with the Raspberry Pi taught by the Jane and John Marks Foundation trainers. So it's a great marriage that we have with this program. And the girls not only leave with the Raspberry Pi, but they can continue coding at home. And it's so easy wherever they go.
Sure.
Put it in their purse, take it out, hook it up, you're ready to go.
I may have some jobs for them. We'll have to talk. So obviously this isn't self-funded. You guys need donations. What else do you need? Volunteers? What else can the community do to help L3 and the foundation continue to have a successful relationship?
Let's talk about L3 first.
Yeah,
Go
so
ahead,
one
and
of
I'll
the
tell
things
you.
I love is that we have people from the community, professionals in STEM, to come out and speak to the girls. So if you're in a STEM field and you want to talk to the girls about your area of STEM, we definitely need those speakers to come out. Also, the funding piece is huge.
Right.
You know, it takes $1,000 per girl for 5 months to go through this program, and we're with them 4 hours a month, teaching them everything on how to code through this Raspberry Pi, to how to prepare for a job interview, how to network, proper communication, those type of things.
So you could use HR representatives to come in and teach.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, great.
So we have different areas of leadership and STEM where we would love for people to come out. But definitely through l3ladies.org, you can donate, and that will help us to continue the program.
I really do.
You two are wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. And again, information is on your screen to find out how you can donate to either organization.
The Jane and John Marks.org. Jane and John Marks.
You can see it right there, along with the L3 information if you want to donate to either. Very similar missions, great organizations. Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back.